Hello everyone. Hope everyone's having a great day or had a great day. I've been trying to do a little bit of crafting. A lot of people are buying the mop heads to do the gnomes with for the beards. But here where I live, they don't sell just the mop heads. So I just bought the mops. It's really better that way. You get the mop and you get the handle. And what I done is just took the mop handle off by screwing it off. And you got your mop head for your gnomes. Flip this upside down. Pull the... Hope that light over is not too bright. I may not need it on. I don't know. Just pull the handle out. Now this I can't get out, which this will be either going into a flower pot. You can stick them in the ground. On your post on your porch is where I was thinking about putting mine. I'm not sure. But I can't get that out. It does look like it might be put on there pretty good. I mean, somebody with a little bit more strength than me might can get it off, but it's no big deal. No big deal. What I done is I had some old styrofoam balls I started to throw away because they were so messed up from where I've used them so much. They looked awful, and I'm like, what am I going to do with them things? So instead of throwing them away, I wrapped the styrofoam balls with garland. This is 2 strands of garland from Dollar Tree, which that's $2. Styrofoam balls do get pretty costly, but I already had this one, so I don't know what the ball would cost. You could use the big ornaments from Dollar Tree, but the ball wouldn't be this big unless you just kept wrapping it with garland. I just tried to turn the part of the ball that looked the best towards where I put my bow. And I don't even have this glued in. I don't want to pull that off, so I'm going to pull my bow off. But I'll show you all on the next one what I done. But this is the bow that I made for this one. This is as close as I can get it to the phone. Don't really like that bow, but it's a bow. And what I done is I took duct tape and just ripped it in half. And I ripped off, see if I can show y'all. I ripped off 58 inches. I wasn't sure what I needed. And then I had this little piece left. Not much. So it's really up to y'all how much y'all want to try and take off. I didn't want to do the other one in red. I wanted to do it in silver. You know, just switch out the colors. But all I have in silver is the aluminum tape, and I wasn't going to waste it on one of these sticks. Plus, I've already got the other half of my red laying across my table here, so I'm going to use it. Oh, excuse me. This is my other ball. This one's a tad smaller. I took a 1/4-inch dowel rod and I hot glued it up into the styrofoam ball, and I did that before I wrapped it. And then I wrapped it with floral tape. That word's hard for me to say. Guess that's not a word for us Tennesseans to be saying. Us hillbillies. But you can say this one's not perfectly round because styrofoam balls been through it, but I've got some good side to it that I can face towards the front. Now like I said, I did glue this on here, and I glued the garland at the top, and that's the only place I put any glue. And then I just dropped it down in the mop handle. Now let's see if I can, here's the bow that, see if I can get hold of it here. Here's the bow that I have made for this one. I did make this bow different. I do like this one better. And I'll show y'all why when I get done, the reason why I left my pipe cleaner sticking up to the back. Because I didn't use no hot glue after this, none whatsoever. Trying to set that where it looks halfway pretty anyways. But what I'm going to do, if I can get my piece of tape up off the table, because I got it way across the table, hanging off. I could have just ripped off part of it, but I wasn't sure how much I needed, so I just went ahead and pulled 2 off. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to start this at an angle, and I'm going to put my extra tape down in here. We'll start wrapping it and make sure it wraps right before I stick it down in there. It seems to be gonna start going good for me, so I just press the extra tape down in there. And Lord, don't mess up on me, tape. I just took and pulled tight and just turned my pole. Is all I done. And I hope I don't have to add nothing to this one, because this one seems to be getting a little bit closer together, but I'm just turning my mop handle. If I have to add some, it'll be to the bottom, so won't be no big deal. If you pull this tight and watch what you're doing, you won't have no wrinkles, but I'm kind of getting in a bind here trying to show y'all what I'm doing. I just figure I'd asked the Dollar Tree here about the mop handles, and they said, or the mop heads, and they said they didn't sell just the mop heads, so I just bought the mops, because I'm like, I'll use the sticks for something. I mean, heck, I've used these for having to pull this one back loose a little bit. I've used these for curtain rods. You can use these for a lot of things. And I did wrap this one a little bit closer, so my tape's not going to reach all the way to the bottom. That's kind of crazy, because this is just as much as what I wrapped on that one, but you can see on this one I wrapped it just a little bit closer. I actually just let the tape do its own thing, let it land where it wanted to land, and it come out looking like a striped like a candy cane. And duct tape usually holds up pretty good out in the weather. And I stuck that down in there so I didn't have to worry about it coming loose. Now, since I got that done, all I'm going to do is drop my ball in here. And I'll pick the, wait a minute here. I'll pick the good side of the ball, and I decide to, which I ain't even got my other one glued in. But I'm going to show y'all the reason why I left this pipe. I'm going to take this back out. Reason why, because I've got to take it out to put this on anyways. The reason why I left this pipe cleaner hanging off, stuck up like a butterfly, is I'm going to take it to the top. I'm going to twist it around in the back. And I know y'all probably can't see what I'm doing, so that's why I'm telling y'all. I'm going to twist this. I'm not using no hot glue on this. Just twisting it real tight to the back of the pole. Or should I say I'm trying, my hands are give out. My grandson was down here with me for a few days, and I went through a lot of stuff, and he moved furniture and stuff for me. Kind of slept different in my bed last night, so needless to say, I'm pretty sore. But that right there is why I left that pipe cleaner like that. Can y'all see that? If I can get past that light. I'm going to take that extra pipe cleaner. After I make sure I got it wrapped tight, I'm going to take this extra pipe cleaner. I'm just going to shove it down in that hole. Now you can glue yours if you want to. I probably will mine later. But wrap that tight, and you don't have to worry about gluing it. It's not going to come off. It's stuck down in the pipe. Now, let's put my ball on here. Try and get my bow. Well, I hate trying to do videos when I can't get up here to show y'all what I'm doing. Now, since that's not glued, if I need to, I can shove it up a little bit. But I actually like the way this bow is laying. I used 5 strips of ribbon to make this bow, and that other one I just used 3 and just stacked them on top of one another. But this one here is 5, which it took me a roll of ribbon to do this bow here. And then I had to open another pack to do the tails. But I'm going to leave that bow, I think. I'm having a hard time holding this and working on it too. Just hoping y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm going to leave that bow, trying to get out of the way of that light. I'm going to leave that bow just like that. And I still got to do the dovetail on the end of my ribbon, which I may dovetail it, I may not, but here's this one finished. And all I done was put a little bling right here. I was going to put a snowflake or something on there, but I didn't like the way they look, so I just glued a piece of bling on there, and on the a flat back pearl on the other one to cover up the pipe cleaner. But you put these on a dowel rod and stick them down in the mop handle. Instead of just buying the mop head, just buy the whole mop. And I didn't cut my duct tape. I just took and started, duct tape tears pretty easy. And it tears even. I just grabbed mine and started tearing it down the center in half. And pulled off what I thought I would need. And I thought I judged it pretty good, which I could have used this little tad on. That's probably about 4 inches. I think that's what it was, 4 inches. That's what I had left on the other one. But because of the way I wrapped this one with the tape closer, I didn't really care how it was wrapped as long as it looked, I think it looks neat. trying to block that light up there. I think I shouldn't have had that light on. But here's this one. And here's this one. Just made out of old styrofoam balls. And the mop handles. If you're going to buy the mop heads, you might as well buy the mop handles, which, like I said, you can't buy just the mop heads here. Kind of crazy, but that's okay. I'll take the mop and the mop handle. And why don't you want to stand up? There you go. And there you go. Stand up there for me. Thank you. This way you get 2 crafts out of one. You can do your gnomes, and then you can make pole decorations. Like I said, it doesn't matter if the tape doesn't go all the way to the bottom. You can see on this one, it went all the way to the bottom, and I had to cut some off. But my wraps are farther away. But that's okay. I think they still look good. I guess on the styrofoam balls, I don't know what they cost. I've had them for years. I've decorated them, took them apart, and actually those was balls that I had decorated for Halloween a couple years ago. I started to trash them and changed my mind. So I'm glad I didn't. So now I have me 2 yard ornaments, or I can put them on my porch, just whichever. I think they're quite pretty. And if you could wrap them with a clear ball and put lights in them, and put not put the garland on so heavy, that would be pretty, really pretty. You just have to find somewhere to glue the battery pack, which would be on the back, I'm sure, somewhere. But like I said, I don't know if I'll glue them in there or just leave them like they are. Because like this, I can take the bows back off, and I can take the balls back out and put them back up, and put the handles up somewhere. But if I glue them in, then I'll have to leave them together or take a chance on tearing them up to take them apart. But I'm really happy with the way they turned out. I've been wanting to do this video, but like I said, I've had my grandson here. He's been helping me do some stuff around here, so thought I'd go ahead and do this tonight. And if y'all haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if that light up there is a bit much, which right now where I'm sitting is not going to be where I'm sitting at all times. I've got my big crafting table out in the middle of the floor, which I've been trying to get it cleaned off so I can put it away, because I don't really have room for it in here. I've got my computer desk, which is not as big, but I've got to get some space in here somewhere. The clutter's driving me crazy. But I'll quit blabbermouthing and get this video posted. If y'all haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and hit that thumbs up button and leave me a message. And I shall see y'all next time. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye bye.